So, I'm Sarah Adams, by the way, and this is...
Lloyd Cannon.
Okay, so we're going to talk a bit about the pure paintings and how you stream it. I came here to speak a couple of days ago for a conference, and definitely before I travel. I always ask beings to come along with me or help protect me because I run into different stuff. And I was assured I would be okay. Now, when I checked in 2 days ago into the bed and breakfast, that night that I slept, there was this being that appeared in the room, and he was a tall, energetic being. These are different beings than what you would call the Greys or the Archons. They're very much different. They're energetic and they sort of flow. They're very, very tall and beautiful beings, and they don't have a face really at all because they're full, like, energetic. So that night, he spoke to me and said that on my journey here, that he would be here. And so it's like, that's really, really amazing. And then as soon as I walked in here, into the college here, where they're doing the exposition, I saw him, the paintings, he's everywhere around in the paintings.
That's amazing.
So he said he'd be here, and I was like, oh my goodness, he's like all around, and you had painted him.
That's just amazing. For me to hear that is just kind of mind-blowing, really. Yeah.
So could you tell me a little bit about when you do the paintings? Is it just, how do you go about that?
Well, regarding this stuff, I kind of wait for an idea to come. It's not like I sit down and I go, oh, what should I kind of think of? Ideas kind of hit me quite pow. Mm-hmm. Usually I get like a build-up of anxiety, and I often say to my wife, I feel like I've got an idea coming. I feel like I know it's coming, and then all of a sudden it could be any moment. Like I might be sat down, or I've had someone I've been driving, and it's just like, whoa, oh my God, I've got to paint this, and and then this is what happens.
I can relate to that because I have out-of-body experiences in astral travel or information, and I'll get anxiety or something says go lay down, anxiety until I do it, and then when I do it, then I get the flow, and then I'm fine. Because the universe is like telling you it wants to give you this knowledge, don't put it off anymore.
Yeah, it's unreal. I didn't think nothing of it really. I just, I presume that all artists, when they get ideas, they're sort of like, wow, I've got to go and do that. And and then of course I've started painting this stuff, and then I've had a lot of people approach me and tell me more about my art than I actually know myself, and it's about what it means to them, which is really intriguing to me, because to me I just paint them, and then I get all sorts of responses, like yourself, and it really is amazing. It's kind of mind-blowing, because to me it's just a case of, okay, I've got to paint this stuff, I just do it purely for the love of it. And then I come to these places and I watch people connect with my art, and for me it's just like, wow.
Because I think it's quite amazing that you're streaming this being, and he definitely has some connection that you are continuously painting him.
Yeah, I've got other ones that I need to do, and I've actually started at home, but as you seen from yesterday, I've got the big one that I'm working on.
I saw that.
Yeah, but once I finish that, I've got a couple of ideas which I know they're there playing in my mind, but I've got to get this one finished first.
Okay. See, I do know that you did some paintings to me that looks exactly like the extension process on the frequency and dimensional levels, the ones with the pyramids and the guardians and stuff like that. So those are quite amazing. And this is actually a wish I had, because I think I've seen like an article about you on the Daily Mail or something, maybe months.
Yeah, there has been stories gone out on me. Not entirely true. It's a slight twist of the truth. But yeah, there is. That's the media for you.
But
yeah.
I didn't care when I started. When I'd seen some of the paintings there, I was like, this is amazing. And you called it the space.
Space between spaces.
Yes.
This one there.
Yes, and that's what
space between spaces.
Yes, and that's what I feel when I go out of my body, that I access the space frequencies in between dimensions or stuff like that. So it's when you said that, when you had it written, it was written on the article, I related to that.
Brilliant.
Have you ever looked into indigos or star children or star seeds?
Little bits. Like I said, this weekend, my mind's been blown. I've had a few people say to me, "Oh, you're no doubt a star child," and it's just.
You have, for these beings to communicate with you, you have to be connected to your higher self, and you do seem to be very much connected to your higher self, and you're streaming along what the universe is telling you.
I'm just going with the flow.
Yes.
You know,
That's it.
I'm just going with the flow. That's all I can do.
Yes. But I very much am. I'm very much honored that I got to have the presence of this being, and then see him literally in 3D painted.
That's amazing.
By you. It's so lovely.
It's totally amazing.
So, what do? Do you just like hanging around the house, or how do you do that? It's like
some of them I swap around. That was in my my office. That was in the front room for a while. Then it got took down. But a lot of them, they're just kind of stacking up, and they're against the wall, and they're starting to really build up now. And in my shed as well. I've got absolutely loads in the shed. So.
But you're like surrounded by the magic of
Oh, yeah, it's everywhere. It's everywhere.
Well, and you know what, I was trying to think, in the end of the movie AI, the beings that come, that are tall like that, that's very interesting because it's almost the same sort of beings, you know, and they move through the dimensions, yes.
I don't know where I got the idea from. I have no idea.
Did you start painting it?
Pardon?
Did you just start painting?
Yeah, it was the first one I did was this one here, where I did all the space, and I just thought, I've got to do a being in the middle. It's got to be clear. That's all I know. So it's just okay, let's just do it. And then once I did do it, it was just like, okay, I've got to do some more actually. And I think I did that one there, transparent knowledge. Just it's pointing at you because the powers are within yourself.
Yes.
You know, that's what the message is there. And yeah, and they just keep going. Like that one there, awaiting arrival. That was like a real build-up of anxiety. It was a case of, really got to get this out of my system, or I'm going to go nuts. And yeah, so there it is. And once it is finished, it's just like, thank God. We'll move on to the next one.
I was watching some movie that had Bruce Willis in it, where he's a superhero, but he doesn't know it.
Yeah.
You know, do you remember the name of that, Robert? I think I said it last time. Where it's got Samuel Jackson and Bruce Willis. Oh, it's called Unbreakable.
That's
Unbreakable.
It. Mr. Glass.
Yes, and remember he's depressed and he's sad, and really in his life path is to help people out. But until he figures that out, he's sad and depressed and has anxiety and all sorts. And then when he starts to do it, that all leaves. That's the thing, and I think the same with you. So you're getting that's your life path.
Yeah.
And it's Yeah,
it's mad. It's like I've spent all my life drawing and painting since I was 3. My dad's an artist. His dad was an artist. So no doubt it goes down the line. And I've always wanted to, let's say, be a full-time artist. I didn't bother with college. That's a lie. I did it for about a month. But what I learned is that I don't need college. It's always more rewarding to be the teacher and the pupil in the same, you know. And so I left college, and I remember saying to him, I'm going to prove to you that you don't need college to succeed in the art world, you know. And we had a bit of a thing there. But anyway, I left. So I started scaffolding when I was 19, which I'm still doing now. I'm 34. What was it? December just gone. I thought, well, I'm going to go for it. I'm just going to go for it, see what happens. So I quit scaffolding. And I started just painting other things, like whatever was paying the bills, portraits, dogs, cats, some other little things, and it was just, and then my mind just completely blew. It was just like, I had a bit of a breakdown, to be honest with you, because I'm just not here to paint things for other people, or whilst I was, painting horses and dogs and stuff to try and keep the bills going. I had all these ideas building up, but I didn't have the time to do them. And then I just cracked and completely emotional, So I've gone back to scaffolding, helping a mate who's just started up a scaffolding firm, Avon Scaffolding.
I do want to say I think you're really talented in your stream and higher consciousness, and I do hope to see this become quite famous so other people around the world could see. It's because there's magic in it, I think, and it'll bring something out inside of them that's it'll bring the spiritual part out inside of them. I would like to tell you also that many very creative artists that are very talented are not the ones who have money right now, because I feel there's a war on creativity. Because I feel creativity is a direct link to God's source, and I see lots of artists, even music artists or stuff like that, that aren't really talented. They're auto-tuned, and so it's a bit like they flipped it. The people who really have talent, they're not getting what they should,
Yeah,
and people don't.
I felt that painting for money was just kind of a bit of an experience, but one that I had to go through, you know, to help me grow, because I realised that I'm not here to paint other things. I've got to paint my own thing,
Yeah.
and that's the only way it is, you know. Otherwise, I'm going to crack up. As crazy as it sounds. So yeah.
But you are very talented.
Thank
artist,
you.
And I definitely.
That's very nice of you. Cheers.
And I love. I think I'm gonna take like a picture of every picture.
Yeah, you
and
go ahead.
Have
Go ahead.
Yes, do some print ups and put it in my place.
Yeah.
And it was really lovely speaking with you. Thank you for doing this.
Thank
little
you.
interview.
Thank you very much for this. Thank you.
Thank you. And I definitely want to use one on the stage, like I said.
Yeah, you can use whatever. You can use as many as you want.
That will be awesome.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I will.
What time are you speaking?
Very soon. That's
Oh,
why we
that's
have
good.
to cut this short.
That's good.
And
So I
I
can't
just,
be
I
too
just
late
wanted
tonight.
to. You definitely will be in the audience, right?
I'll be in the
Yes,
audience.
okay,
Yeah, I'll be in the audience. Please don't pick me out. I'm sort of hiding.
Like, come over. Thank you
No,
so
thank you.
much. You're
Thank you.
very, very talented, and you are definitely very blessed.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Cheers.